everybody, Basket here. Welcome back to TIS-100, a programming game. So we're jumping into image processing. Ooh, I don't really know how this works. So it looks like SP did it in one node with 11 lines of code and a lot of cycles. Okay, so let's jump in. So fill the image buffer with the specified target pattern. So here's an image output. I forget how this works. Let me flip to that page in my little handy dandy manual. There's the whole thing that was a little bit confusing when I was looking at it before for the imaging. Okay, imaging. So here is some example stuff. So just as an example, we're going to move Oh, I see. All right. So it's numbers and then terminated with a -1. Yes. So we're going to move down. I just want to see what this looks like. Move 3 down, then move -1 down. So in theory, according to this example, this would draw a single white pixel in the top left corner. Okay, and run. So I think that drew, okay, that drew a pixel. Right, great. Then the next one, so the first two are the coordinates. The module contents can be modified by sending blah blah. So the first one is the coordinates, one or more color values, and terminated by. So the color value is that. So the other one that they give an example for, which I don't really understand, is so 0 0. They have 4, and they have move 4 down, move 4 down. So we can copy and paste this here. So they have 5 4s, right? And then they have a -1. So what? I don't understand. What's the color value? So red is the color, but why would it keep on adding? Let's add a step. I want to figure out. I don't really understand how this works. Okay, so okay, so I haven't sent. So once I send down the 4, that's color. So that one that we talked about is draw the 1. Then the next thing is. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry, let me start over. So that gives me a single red pixel. The next thing is, so it goes one more over. Interesting. And then that's the color. So if I were to instead change these, so let's say the first one we wanted to be red and then blue, dark gray. And then we wanted the next one to be bright gray and then white, and then back to red. Then this would be the thing, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Weird. All right. But I guess so doing this pattern is just to draw across. And then the screens are, how big are the screens? How many pixels is that? Actually, here's a question. So the -1 stops the thing. Will it loop? If it goes all the way this way, will it loop back? Let's find that out. So let's change this to just be a 1. And then we will remove this. So what will this do? So this is where to start. And then these are a bunch of colors. So go. So it doesn't loop. Okay, so it'll just goes right across. And I guess actually we can just count how many there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 across. I don't know how many rows. Okay. So we want to make it all white. So we're going to start with move 0 down. Move 0 down. So that's saying I want to start in the upper left. And then I want to white is 3, so I want to move 3 down. So that's going to give me a pixel. But I want to do that 30 times. So let's put move 30 into our hand. And then loop 1 is move 3 down. And then subtract 1 from our hand. What? Oh, right. That's implied. Jump if equal to 0 to something else. So I guess jump if greater than 0 to loop 1. So it'll keep on looping, add 3 all the way down, and then be done. And then we want to what? Oh, there we go. And then after that, we want to move -1 down. So we're done with that row. I guess, yeah. And then we want to have an outer loop. So we will do, so I guess loop 2, so really it should be 1 and 2 anyway, is up here. And so we're going to actually start the whole program by moving our row. Let's think about this. So we want to move 0. We already have 0. So we really want to, with the outer loop, here, we'll move -1 into our hand. And then we will, let me just move it down here just so I have more room. We're going to move -1 into our hand. First thing we want to do is add 1 to our hand. All right, that's implied. Okay, I got it. And then we want to move 0, 0 is first. And then we want to stow that away so that we can save that back into here. So our 0 is now saved in here. And then we will go through, set it to 30, do this loop till you're done, send the -1. Then we want to swap the incrementer back into our hand. And then go to loop 2. So that'll loop back here, add 1 to it, and then go through. And I think this will work. Maybe. So it goes through the loop. Okay, so I actually screwed up. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. One thing I screwed up. So the first number is the X, and the next number is the Y. So we actually always want this to be 0, because we always want to start there. So go. So it seems like it's filling it in. What I don't know is if the program will say good job, even if I try and go beyond the bounds. Okay, no, that worked. So I had one more line of code than he had. Interesting. Less cycles, though. Aha. All right, so let's see if I can get rid of one line of code before we move on. So potentially this here. So if I were to instead do this, then I wouldn't have to preload it with that, and I wouldn't need this loop here, nor this. So maybe I've just beaten that. Okay, and go. Yeah. So I have now even less lines of code, and I'm still better with the cycles. Yes. Okay. Great. I'm doing great. Okay. Let's move on to the next image test. So he used 2 cells and 14. Okay. So a broken down thing. So same sort of idea, except I should alternate the pattern. Interesting. Okay. Let's actually go back to the other one. We'll start with our previous one, because that's close to what we want to start. Sort of. Okay, create a program. So the image out is here. So this would color it all white. So if we were to and we can't just alternate it exactly because it needs to change based on that. Okay, so if we, oh man, I wish there was like a mod option in this thing. Okay, so if we wanted to just make stripes, we'll start with that. So this thing here is a move 3, which is yeah, so move 3 is white, and then black is 0. So we could let's see. Well, okay, interesting. I was thinking I could have something here and here, and then they're both spitting up to there and going down, and it takes turns. But that's not quite what we want. Never mind. Okay. So. How would we alternate? The values. Like, okay, I could have this thing be a toggle. So the first thing it does is move left to the register. Well, okay, different idea. So we're going to start. So our 2 colors we want to do is 0, 0, and 3. So we want to start with 3. So move 3 into the register. Loop. And then we want to move the register left. And then we want to look at the register. If the register is equal to 0, we want to move to set 3. Otherwise, we want to move 3 into the register. Jump, loop. Or actually, because we already have this up here, so maybe we can cheat. So if we say that it's greater than 0, let me think? If it's greater than 0, we want to set it to thing. Loop. I'm trying to cheat by using this thing up here. So if it is currently 0, we just want to get to the top. So that's sort of the other condition. So if it's greater than thing, we want to set to 0. I don't really know if this is less commands. Yeah, okay. All right, we're just going to do this then. If it's equal to 0, go to set 3, which is this. And then otherwise set it to 0. And then jump to loop. So what this is going to do is it's going to keep on giving a value over and then alternate between 3 and 0. Oh, but these tricky little guys went from black to then black again. So I can't just alternate. But I have a solution for that, but first I'm going to not do that. So here I'm going to say move right down. So what this is going to do when it paints it, it's probably going to do stripes again. So play. Yeah, stripes. Good. Okay. That's what I expected. So then what we want to do is when we are actually good to go and we're going to increment the line. So here when we add 1, or maybe here when we say we're done with the line, we're also going to move the thing from the right into nil, just to drop off the extra. Like so, it would give me white, but I want to get rid of that and start over. So this should do it. So it's looping through. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's fast forward. Oh, yeah. So I did the same amount of cells. Oh, he has 2 less lines than me, but I have a lot less cycles. That's good. Can I get rid of 2 lines? So actually what I'm curious on, so this was 16 lines. Let's continue editing. If I do this, so let's make this shorter. Where's the other loop? Do I only have 1 loop? I guess I only have 1 loop. Okay. So if I do this, so that was 16 lines. Is this 15 lines or is this still 16 lines? This is still 16 lines. Okay, so it doesn't actually count a label on its line by itself. Okay, interesting. Huh. So I have less cycles. His thing has a little bit less lines of code. I guess I want to be okay with this for now. And I might come back and try to optimize it some more. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's go to the list. And that'll be the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed watching. And I'll see you next time.